Alright, YouTube, Moose Cow here, continuing our game of Kings and Kaisers. It is the French Republic, the British Empire, and the Empire of Japan's turn for round two. Real quick, I just want to point out a quick little error. Madman had had France at 23. They're actually at 24. I believe he very possibly forgot to count this IPC up over here when taking that into consideration. But yes, France is at 24, not 23 on the tracker. And then also, slight little error here. When he did his Germany turn, he should have left a infantry in Tyrol to go along with the Zeppelins that landed there after conducting their very successful strategic bombing raid of Rome. Golf clap, big applause there. And anyway, so to correct that, one of the infantry that he brought into here, he's leaving behind here in Tyrol to accompany the Zeppelins there. On top of that, just to kind of go over how Zeppelins work a little bit, Zeppelins carry they can do one of two purposes. They can either carry up to two bombs let me rephrase this. They can carry up to two bombs, or they can carry up to two infantry. They both have to be loaded at an airship base, which Germany can buy, and they cost 4 IPCs, and they start with 1 there in Berlin. They could only place them in their original territories. Let's see, and then also, so it's one or the other, right? And so every time you either attack or conduct a strategic bombing raid with them, it uses a bomb, right? So on turn 1, he went over here and attacked with them in Poland. They dropped a bomb. He brought them down to Tyrol because they have 6 movement. He then used them again to attack Rome, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 back. So those 2 Zeppelins now do not have any bombs on them whatsoever. And on top of that, since there's not an airship base there, they cannot load that infantry, and that is also a Austrian territory. So they cannot build it there. So essentially, before those Zeppelins are going to be of any use on Germany round 3, they have to either fly back to that airship base so that on the following round they can reload either infantry or bombs, or land at another one that he decides to build. Now, in terms of transporting infantry, they can only be used to transport into controlled territories that already have German units to receive them, right? Because nobody else can build Zeppelins, so theoretically nobody else knows how to deal with them, so they have to meet up with German troops to be able to unload German troops, right? Okay, it makes sense? And they have to be in that territory to receive them. They can't just meet them in the territory. So that is how Zeppelins work. They have a wide range, like the biggest movement of any piece, but they have limitations, right? Okay, so anyway, carrying on from there, we got a doozy of a turn for France, Britain, and Japan. And I'm just going to get into it as best as I can. Let me quadruple check. Was there any other notes I wanted to use on the board? I don't think so. All right. So, France is going to buy, this guy spilled off, 4 artillery, 5 infantry. Okay, they're with their 31 IPCs that they have. So yeah, let's quadruple check. Yep, 4 artillery, 5 infantry. This was the other thing I meant to mention. So on Madman's turn, he said that these units didn't move, but he actually did move them when he was planning. He just didn't acknowledge them. But they previously in round 1, they both went into Nigeria and Gold Coast, and then they went back up to Togoland and Cameroon. He just didn't address that, but that is what he did with those 2. Okay, these guys stayed put. So anyway, this French infantry from French West Africa is going to walk into Gold Coast, liberate that for the Brits, and then the remaining 2 infantry are going to hop on this transport and going to go over here and offload in Nigeria and do the same thing there. The cruiser here in 15 is going to go 1, 2, 3 and attack the sub and detect it in C zone, what is it? 17. 17. Okay. So we'll see that. They will detect it, so he'll be attacking at 2, and the sub will be defending at 2 as well. So dicey, but I know. Anyway, okay. Over here, the infantry in Siam will move to Burma. The infantry in West India will stay put. And then over here, this dreadnought and this cruiser from Sea Zone 27 are going to go 1-2 and reinforce the Italian Navy. And let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll send that cruiser over here to. Might as well convoy the Ottomans a little bit. Okay, and then this transport is going to pick up these 2 infantry, and that's going to go 1-2. They are then going to offload. Italy's in trouble. Cairo's in trouble. Where are they gonna do? They are gonna offload into. Where are you guys going? Rome or Libya? Rome or Libya? I will offload them into Libya. Okay. Now up here we got some interesting things. He's got an infantry in Belgium, he's got an infantry in Picardy, and yes, it is being convoyed. But if I attack them, it's convoyed. Anyway, 2 cavalry, 2 artillery, and an infantry from Ile-de-France will attack Picardy. And then these 2 artillery in Ile-de-France will rail to Lorraine. Just add into here. 5 infantry from Lorraine are going to branch out. 3 of them are going to go into Alsace, along with 2 fighters. So it'll be 5 2s against 3 3s. And then 2 infantry from Lorraine will go into Belgium, as well as a fighter. And each of those fighters will have 1 movement remaining. This cavalry will go from Lorraine to Ile-de-France. And all this stuff here is staying put? Question mark? Let me think about this. You know what? No. You know, I'm going to send it. Maybe a little stupid, but I'm going to send an artillery in, which will bump up 1 infantry to a 3. And let's see. And then that artillery will actually be at a 4 because the fighter. Oop, 1 second. Okay. And then let's see. Think about this. Actually, you know what? I'm good with that. This fighter's going to come over here instead. So all the fighters are going to go into that territory there. So 6 2s against 3 3s there, and then 2 3s and a 2 against a 3 here, and then we have 3 3s and 2 2s against a 3 there, and we have 2 2s there. Those are walk-ins. And and then this transport here is going to go 1. We'll go. Might as well just send them over here, I guess. Okay. All right. Okay, that does it for France. So let's start off with this dicey battle up here. Cruiser detecting a sub. Cruiser. Miss. Need a 2 or less sub striking back. Miss. My cruiser. Miss. His sub. Miss. My cruiser. Miss. Oh boy. His sub. Ah, he got me. Ah, of course. Of course, this Kriegsmarine is killing me. Alright. Well, that was risky and not totally well worth it. Okay, going on to here. We got 3 3s and a 2 coming in against his 3 in Picardy. I demolished him. Dang, 5 hits. Wow, okay. His rebuttal. A miss. Excellent. Okay, that's that. Then we have this battle here. 3 3s and a 2 against his 3. I got 1 hit. That's all I needed. His rebuttal. Also a hit. Okay, that's fine. So 1 for 1. Drop to die. Okay. Alright, so that happened there. We got this battle here. 6 2s coming at him. 1, 2. Only 2. Okay, that's fair enough. His rebuttal. Misses. Excellent. Okay. So he loses 2 infantry there. It is contested. So right away for that, Germany goes down 1 2 3, and then 1 2 for Picardy. Oh, oops, take that off. And then another 2 for Belgium. 1 2 1 2. Okay, and then 2 of these back to UK or Britain. Okay. All right, that does that. Take that back. That's contested. Okay, these fighters fly back to, you guessed it, Verdun, Lorraine. Okay. New units. Let's see. Artillery and infantry down in Lorraine. And then the remaining units down in Paris, Ile-de-France. This is always harder to do one-handed. Okay. Well, I don't control that. But I do have, let's see, Allies control Lorraine, Belgium, and the Netherlands is not controlled by Central Powers, so France gets 5 for that, even though they're going to get convoyed for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No point to roll, so France will lose 4 IPCs for that. But they get the 5, so that's all good. Quadruple checking everything. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So France is at 28 on the tracker, which means they collect 24. 23. Sorry, 21, and then another 3. 24 plus 25 plus 5, so 29 all day for France. Quick disposition for them. Transport in 27. Infantry in Gold Coast, 2 infantry in Nigeria. Transport in 12. Cruiser in 31. Dreadnought and transport in 29. Infantry in West India. Infantry in Burma. Infantry artillery in Belgium. 2 cavalry, 2 artillery, and 1 infantry in Picardy. 3 infantry in Alsace or Alsace, however you say it. Anyway, with 1 German infantry there, and then in Lorraine we have 3 fighters, 3 infantry paired with a machine gun. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 artillery, and then we have 13 infantry. So that's what's currently there. And then 2 infantry in Libya. I think I mentioned that cruiser. Okay, so moving on to British Empire. British Empire is going to buy 1 tech, a fighter, a transport, 3 infantry, and another 3 infantry. So 5 IPCs from here, 1 IPC from there, and then 5 for the tech. So let's go ahead and see what Britain rolls. A 1 and a 2. Nothing. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, sorry about that. My phone cut. I forgot to delete the past videos off my phone, so my bad. But anyway, continuing where we left off with British Empire. Just rolled a tech and got a 1 and a 2, so they still get the tech token. Carrying on from here with the rest of British Empire's turn. Let's see. Infantry and artillery from Portugal will hop on here and go 1, 2, offload in Tuscany. And then, let's see. Okay, over here, we got 1 infantry from Union South Africa will walk into Portuguese East Africa. Activate that. Get this over here. Activate that. 1 infantry from Belgian Congo will walk into French Equatorial Africa. Liberate that. 1 infantry with a machine gun and the artillery from Union South Africa will go and attack German Southwest Africa. And then the artillery and 2 infantry from Angola will come down into that as well. So those 3 infantry, since there is a machine gun, those 3 infantry will attack at 4. Oh no, they won't attack at 4s. They will attack at 3s. Oh man, that's defense. That's defense with machine guns. But anyway, yeah, all attacking with 3s. Let's see. Since they're pairing there, 1 infantry from Angola will move to Belgian Congo. Cavalry with the artillery will tow it to Egypt. 2 infantry from Anglo-Egyptian Sudan to Egypt. Infantry from British East Africa to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Let's see. 2 infantry, or this cruiser here, from 37 will go 1, 2 to 31 to convoy. This transport will pick up 2 infantry. Let's see. Think about this. Okay, infantry and artillery here and unload in Egypt. And then this transport here will go 1, 2, grab this infantry and artillery and offload in Somaliland. Okay. This transport that's loaded with infantry and artillery from Sea Zone 45 is going to go 1, 2 and attack Persia. The battleship from 37 will, let's see, he will go over here. This battleship will go 1, 2, or sorry, not battleship, dreadnought. Get the terminology right. So these 2 dreadnoughts will bombard for the 2 units offloading here. There'll be a preemptive shot since there's an artillery there. And all of these guys from India will go into Persia as well. So that's 4 artillery, or sorry, 6 artillery, and then 6 infantry, I believe. 3, 4, yep, 6 infantry. 6 infantry and 6 infantry and 6 artillery, plus the 2 being offloaded and the bombardment. There are 4 units there and a preemptive shot. In the out-of-box of 1914, preemptive shots from artillery are at 3 or less, and we felt that was very overpowered, so we have changed it to 2 or less. So that's why it's a 2. Anyway, over here in Burma, cavalry and artillery will be towed. The cavalry will tow the artillery to West India. Infantry from Burma move to East India, and infantry from Malaya will move to Siam. And then over here we have a sub that'll go 1, 2 to 47, and we have a transport that'll pick up infantry and artillery and go 1, 2, offload in German New Guinea, and the infantry from Papua will attack there as well. Also, I realized I forgot to put my infantry on New Zealand, but there is in the previous videos, but there is a starting infantry here on New Zealand, so he added him. Anyway, and then 2 infantry in Hong Kong stay put. So that about does it for Britain. I'm not going to bother moving those guys. Let's see. Also got a little British emblem rocks glass from Combat Miniatures right now. Got some wine in it. Anyway, okay, on with the show. So that does it for I can't even think. Sorry, British Empire. Okay, sorry, it is late. We're trying to go through this game as fast as possible. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Okay. Okay. Right here. Let's start with. Actually, let's see. Yeah. We'll work our way this way. So again, I got 5 3s, and he has two 3s. Okay. 2 hits. 2 hits. So that's what I needed. His rebuttal. And just a total different feel with using the micro dice. I really like this. Really like micro dice for this game. 1 hit. Okay. So I'll take an infantry. Actually, you know what? Now this is crazy, but I will take an artillery instead. Okay. All right. So that's done. That's done. It's a walk-in. That was not a combat. And then not dealing with anything over here. Not dealing with that. Right here. Okay. So first off, the preemptive first strike. Preemptive. I forget exactly what it's called. Preemptive strike. I think that's what it's called. Okay. So 2 or less. 5. Okay. Cool. Missed. So 2 bombardments for 2 units, and all this going after them Persians. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a good roll. I barely got it. That's nuts. That is a terrible roll, but I got it, so that's what counts. His rebuttal for these Persians. Nothing. Oh my god, my terrible rolling is paying off. Okay, cool. I love that. Okay. That was amazing. Couldn't have gone any better. Okay. Over here, we have 2 3s and a 2 against a 3. I got 2 hits. His rebuttal. Miss. Oh my god, I'm on fire. Okay, get out of there. That's worth nothing, so I'll just go ahead and flip that. Okay. Okay. So they go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And Germany goes down 1, 2. For that. And this. France goes up 1. And British Empire goes up 1. I might have just messed that up, but anyway, let me double check this. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll quadruple check that, but anyway. Let's see. Oh, this is British. It's pretty cool. It's not gonna last long though. Okay. And then that's it. Okay, cool. New units of British Empire. Fighter goes down in India. 3 infantry go down in West India. 2 infantry go down in Cape Town. Transport goes down in 61. Oh, I forgot 2 infantry. New South Wales. I meant to send those guys up to Queensland, and then these 2 infantry to will actually get railed to Northern Territory, because they can rail 2 from there. So they'll go up to the Northern Territory. Oh no. They'll just go to Southwest Australia. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. All right, I'm gonna quadruple check the math for British Empire real quick and get back to you. All right, well, I'm back, and I did some math, and I was actually off by 1 IPC for British Empire, so they are at 50 on the tracker. They start at 40, you get 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And they're not being convoyed anywhere except right here. So let's go ahead and do that. 1 per dreadnought and cruiser, 2 per sub here. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you still get me 10 for there. So this is all convoyed. This then would only affect that. So yeah, I'm going to lose 11 IPCs in convoying. So no need to roll those. So Let's see, I'm at 50, which means I collect 39. Ooch. Okay. 39 IPCs plus a tech token for British Empire. They do not have any any national objectives. Yes, Central Powers do control African territories. There are Central Powers ships in the Mediterranean, and they do not control Palestine or Hejaz. And there are Central Powers ships in the Atlantic Ocean, warships specifically. So no national objectives for the British Empire. All right. On to Japan. Japan will buy 2 transports and will save $1. Will I? Yes. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. 2 transports and save $1. Okay. So here's what we're doing with Japan. It's late at night. Madman has not gotten back to me about one of my attacks, so I'm going to let him resolve this on the Ottoman Empire turn. But he has one sub, because he still controls Vladivostok, which has an a naval base. He mobilized a sub in Sea Zone 53 to protect his transport here, and it's also mined. I'm going to send one sub from Sea Zone, what is this, 55, there we go, 55, 1, 2, to attack this, okay? So how it works is a little different from standard 1914, from BBR and Global and stuff like that. It's more like standard 1914, but also older Excentralized games. So I'm not coming in with a destroyer, or not a destroyer, but a cruiser that's detecting. So the sub he can do one of 2 things. He can fight back after I fire, or he can submerge if he wants to. And if he submerges, then the transport is an auto kill. If he does submerge, then I get to fire, and provided he survives, provided I miss, if he survives that round of combat, then he can submerge. Okay. If he submerges, then this is an auto kill, and this sub is in here, and it doesn't convoy because it's submerged, right? If he chooses to fight, I still get to fire, and then he gets to fire back at me if I don't hit him, because we're doing first strike rules, first strike and surprise strike rules. So I get to fire first because there's not a cruiser, etc., etc. But I will let him make this call on his turn. What is happening here? If he wants to submerge and let me auto kill the transport, provided of course I survive a sea mine, so I have to roll that real quick. Let's see. So I'm gonna put that here real quick. These 3 infantry and artillery, 2 infantry, 1 artillery will attack Primorye to take Vladivostok back. This transport will go down here, pick up the guy off Taiwan, go up here, grab this artillery, drop him off in Qingtao. This cruiser will go down here and auto kill this transport that is defenseless. This transport will pick up infantry, artillery, and go 1, 2, and attack the Marshall Islands. Let's see what happens there. Okay. So I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna roll this. I will let Madman, and I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna let Madman decide what he wants to do here. So let's do this one first. 2 3s. I need a hit. I got one. Okay. His rebuttal. Miss. Excellent. Okay. Qingtao has fallen. Okay. If here I got 2 3s, I need 1 hit. I got one. His rebuttal. Ah, bullseye. Okay. So I gotta take the artillery. Okay. I forgot to get throw one of these down. Okay. Japan goes up 2 for that. 2. Germany goes down. Oop. 238. And we got this battle here. I just need 1 hit. 2 3s and a 2. And I got 1 hit. Excellent. His rebuttal. Okay, he got a hit. That's fine. So. Okay. So that is back in Allied controlled hands. Russia goes up 1. Germany goes down 1. And let me roll the mine for this. Okay, he did not get me with the mine, so the rest of the battle is up to him. So he can do this on the Ottoman Empire turn to decide if he's going to submerge or if he's going to fight. And if you see if he wants to convoy me still or whatever. Okay. Units of Japan, 2 transports going down here. He may not want to because he may want to try and attack me over here, but we'll see. Okay. Oh, so that's 12. They had $1 left over. They're gonna get 14. And then they get +1 per original Central Power territory. As per their NO. They have, what is it? Per original Central Power territory in the Pacific Ocean. They have 2 now. And then 2 IPCs if there are no Central Power warships in the Pacific Ocean. Well, there is one currently. So if he decides to fight and loses, then I get another 2 IPCs. So we'll go from there. We'll get to that bridge when we cross it. But Madman, start your Ottoman Empire turn with the result of this territory there. Japan has a artillery and infantry in Qingdao, a transport in 51, a transport in 64, infantry on the Marshall Islands, cruiser in 58. They have, let's see. Actually, I'm going to move this artillery. I forgot to do this. I moved that artillery down to Osaka. And, yeah. And, yeah, that's going to be it. Okay. So infantry and artillery in Osaka. Machine gun. 1, 2, 4 infantry and a cavalry in central Japan. 2 transports in 55. Infantry, artillery in Primory, however you say it. And that's it for Japan. And they have, that's it, 14 plus 1, 15. Oop. They have 15 IPCs plus at least 2 from their NOs. Okay, cool. British Empire. I forgot to do a disposition of forces for them. We got 1 artillery in Canada. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry in Canada. We have infantry in Yorkshire, 3 infantry in Wales, or 4 infantry in Wales, sorry. And then we have 7 infantry and 4 artillery in London. We have artillery and 3 infantry in Portugal. We have a transport in 28, infantry artillery in Tuscany. We have a cruiser in 31, transport in 36, transport in 37, transport in 2 dreadnoughts in 41. We have a sub in 47. We got a transport in 61. We got a transport in 59. We have an infantry in French Equatorial Africa, infantry in Belgian Congo, 2 infantry in South Africa, 3 infantry with a machine gun and an artillery in southwest Africa, infantry in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. We have a trench works, 2 artillery, 1 cavalry, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry in Egypt, infantry in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, infantry and artillery in Somaliland. We have infantry in East India, infantry in Siam, 2 infantry in Hong Kong, fighter, cavalry, artillery, and 3 British infantry in West India, plus 1 Frenchie. And then we have a very healthy 6 artillery, 6 infantry, 7 artillery, 7 infantry in Persia. Let's see. Infantry in New Zealand, did I cover him? 2 infantry in Queensland, 2 infantry in Southwest Australia, 2 infantry and artillery in German New Guinea, infantry in North Borneo. And that does it for the British Empire. Yeah, that's it. Sorry this is taking a while. It's a big 3-part process. So on to the Ottomans. I'm sure they're going to go after Egypt. Good chance they'll get it. Who knows? We'll see. Time will tell. I've been rolling dice for the most part pretty good this turn, but with the exception to that cruiser incident up there, but that's fine. Anyway, so let's see what you got, Madman, and until next time, roll the dice better.